Hello, hello, hello. Meet Lulu, the little ragdoll kitty. Alright, so Lulu's coming in today for a tiger cut. We have different lengths that we can offer for the tiger cut. Tiger would be the pattern, and then we have different lengths. Today she's going to get the velvet because she's just too matted. Normally they want a comb cut, aka teddy bear cut is what it's called in the pet industry, right? But she's too far gone with her coat to ask for that service request. So, I mean, we could offer it, but it would be the 3-hour groom, right? Because she would have to be dematted first, and then the style put in, wash, dry, final finish. You're talking, yeah. So if the groom takes longer than 90 minutes, there's something wrong, right? You really want to cap off a cat's grooming at 90 minutes. So it's going to be 90 minutes or less is what you really want for a goal, right? She's like, yeah. Are you listening, people? Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. Do we even need to demat before we put the velvet blade through? I'm hoping not. That's the beauty of the velvet blade. This 7F. It'll pretty much plow through everything. So hopefully we won't have to mat any of that first. Alright, where's your nail clipper? She's like, I don't know, lady. We just need you to make this snappy. I got things to do. I got lunch with my mommy and then shopping. Really? You got a whole day planned out? She's like, yeah. Day in the life of a mainline woman. You wake up thinking about how to spend your money, don't you? She's like, maybe. Are you leaving? She's like, you know I needed those, right? No. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. She's like, they're kind of important for a cat. I'm like, well, you live inside, so. And the last thing your mommy said before she left was, don't forget the nails, right? So I think it's pretty important to your mommy. I don't know what the hell you're doing with these nails. What are you doing with the nails? She's like, nothing. Yeah. Somehow, I don't quite believe that. Anyway, today's going to be an interesting day. We got a bunch of new clients lined up. Right after this one is a cute little munchkin. I don't usually see munchkins very often, but when I do, they're a real treat. They're the cute cats with the little short legs, right? For some reason, the owner has requested a haircut for his munchkin to take everything off. Yeah, if I had a munchkin, that is not how I would probably keep my munchkin. But c'est la vie, to each his own. And then after that will be two back-to-back brother. They're either two brothers or a brother and a sister. And one's going to, and their names are Knight, as in knight in shining armor, and Rain, not as in R-A-I-N, that falls from the sky, but the other rain, right? So it's kind of got a medieval theme to their names, and one of them's getting a full dragon cut. Obviously, Knight will be getting a full dragon cut, so that'll be cool. So stay tuned, people. All right, let's do this litmus test. We're going to use the clipper with the most torque to try to plow through the matting. The 7F should pretty much glide right through it, I'm hoping. Well, hello, hello, hello. How are you? Probably gonna have to go in real tight with the tiger head, because that's where all the matting is happening, right? Mm-hmm. Hi, hi. Bonsoir. How's everyone doing? This is Lulu. She's getting her velvet, which is the length, tiger cut, which is the pattern. She's being a sweetheart about it. On a scale of 1 to 6, her stress levels are already at the perfect level. 1 to 2, which is our goal for every cat client, is to keep every cat at low stress levels. Between the levels 1 and 2 is our goal. 1 would be perfect, 2 is pensive, pretty much your normal cat, right? Oh my god, how could you subscribe to a cat grooming channel? Oh my god. What do you think was gonna happen? I guess not a haircut, right? Oh my god. The end of the world. Yeah. Lulu's like, get over yourself, bitch. Yeah, stop interrupting my spa day. Alright. Ready, steady. Other side. That's a nasty one. I don't know if it's going to go through. Madame, vous allez bien? Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. And school is not out yet, so I'm curious as to why the comment section is the way it is. Like a bunch of 12-year-olds. Did everyone get a day off from school today? I don't know. It's Thursday, right? We got an in-house session at school. All the kids were sent home early today. Is that what's going on? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Regardless, it's not conducive to cat grooming. So you all can just zip it while I groom this cat, right? Yeah. Just zip it. I'll turn it back on later. Alright, thank God this went through. It's a little bit tight. There, got it. Cool, Jake. You did it. Oh, and you really don't need to feel sorry for the cat, since 70% of cats are secret nudists. They don't want anything to do with this, right? So, you know how I know that? Because I've been tracking my cat grooming for over 15 years. I usually start with what is the main reason for your visit. And then I also get the callbacks and feedbacks from the owner, right? And over and over and over again is a common theme as to how happy the cat was afterwards. How I've never seen my cat so happy, right? My cat is 5 years younger. My cat is parading around the house with its tail up, sitting in the middle of the kitchen because she wants everyone to see her new do, right? Yeah. See, that's the perspective that you don't see on your end. You're just coming in from a social media page, viewing a cat grooming probably for the first time in your life. So you have absolutely no perspective, right, of what you're looking at. But you're so quick to judge, right? So quick to judge. Like you think you know what's going on, other than the cat getting a haircut. What about the cat's well-being? What about when I ask the owners, what is the main reason for your visit? And the answer is, because it makes my cat happy. Hmm? That's irrelevant. Doesn't mean anything. Okay. If you say so. Shuji, what are you doing? What's wrong? Did you get it stuck? Yeah. I got you. I got you. That's a problem. That's a problem, little one. Yeah. You'll be alright? Here, sit there. You just sit there. Sorry, my cat had a little emergency. A little emergency. Alright, little one. Right this way. Wow. 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 So this is Lulu. She couldn't be any sweeter. Just absolutely pure princess temperament, which means she's not aggressive. She's really sweet, right? Naturally. NT in the title of this video means she's at natural temperament, right? We're gonna have to get her off her feet to do these tricky bits. Get her in the tub. Toot sweet. Alright, let's see if we can get in here. Let's try this one. Alright, let's get you in your princess bed so we can do these tricky bits. Sorry, Shuji. Poor guy. There. Let's put a happy hoodie on. How about two? You want more than one? Let's do two. Happy hoodies are for any part of the grooming. Right? Not just for drying. It's for any part. 80% of cats will respond in a positive way to a happy hoodie. So it has a very high success rate, right? You are cutie patootie. There you go. Every tiger cut comes with the tiger paws, aka perfect paws. That just means no tough, right? Other side. Waka waka. Waka waka. Oh, Shuji. I'm so sorry. Poor guy. He's like, I'll just do it myself. You know, can believe what's happening behind me right now. Let's get it. Let's get it. Leg extension? Yes, no, maybe. She's like, I'll think about it. That's right, this way. Alright, so I switched over from my Andis Ultra Edge, which is this one, to the Blue Wave, right? To get to the tricky bits, right? It's just easier maneuverability in all of these tricky areas, right? She's like, yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Yep. Just make me cute. I know. One cute cat coming up. And sexy. Okay. And gorgeous. Well, you are a gorgeous ragdoll. Alright, back leg. We got one left and then she's ready for her bath. Alright, let's get those toe tufts. Last one. Could she be any sweeter? No. I wonder if she's going to be one of those ragdoll cats that becomes the mournful Mona Lisa meow in the tub. A lot of ragdolls are like that, but we'll see. Hopefully not. And if she does, I'll just put my earphones on because I can't handle the sound of a crying baby. No, thank you. No, thank you. It's called the I'm wet meow. She's just, if she is going to go into that, it just means she's trying to let the entire world know she's wet, right? Yeah. Still not exactly sure what the purpose of the I'm wet meow is. At first, I thought it was an SOS. And then I'm put that through my brain and I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. So if a cat is wet and stuck in water or whatever, can't get out, and they start doing their I'm wet meow, yeah, sure, they might be able to call someone they know who can come and help them. But they're also going to advertise to the entire area, including predators, where they are, right? So that alone doesn't make any sense, right? Why would you want to advertise that you're somewhere and that you need help, right? Maybe it's a last resort, right? Maybe it's a last resort. I don't know. Maybe someone out there knows what the purpose of the I want meow is. Because there's a rhyme and reason for everything, right? There's a rhyme and reason for everything. Mm-hmm. You did it, little one. She's like, I did. Yep. Yes, you did. Alright, let's just double check your tiger head. Make sure there's nothing caught up. This is my litmus test before I get the cat wet. That little face comb. Mm-hmm. Found one. Okay. There. Do we need to open your tail? Probably. I just want to open this up. Get all the fuzz bunnies out. Otherwise it could close in on itself and bind, right? Mm-hmm. Got it. She has gorgeous coloring. Let's go. Right this way. Tout sweet, monsieur. Mademoiselle. Tout sweet, mademoiselle. All right. There. There we go. There. Up we go. Cutie, patootie. Mm-hmm. She's like, you have a duck throwing out bubbles right now, lady. That's Daryl. That's his job, to make bubbles. Mm-hmm. To help you get clean. Mm-hmm. She's like, but I'm a cat, I'm already clean. Okay, let me take that back. To degrease you. She's like, yeah, I guess so. I am a little greasy. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit, right? Not a lot, right? Just a little bit. Mm-hmm. There. So that's the pink paw powder degreaser going on 5 minutes to process that. Oh. She's leaving. She's leaving. Yeah. Would you open? Wait. There. The technique is open loose around the neck. She pulls on it, realizes she can't go anywhere, and then stops trying. That's the technique. If that didn't do anything, and she continued to keep pulling and kept trying to leave, then it's no longer an effective technique, is it? Right? The devil is in the details, people, when it comes to cat grooming. So, Let's see if we can turn her around. You have the most beautiful tail that I have seen in a very long time, little one. She said, really? Yep. The envy of every breeder. Be able to produce that tail. So even if your mom asked me to shave it down, I would refuse. You can't make me. what I would say to your mommy. Do it yourself. That's what I would have said. Are we at the end of the world? Are we at the end of our world? She's leaving. She's leaving. Alright, well that stopped working as a technique, right? So, get rid of that. I can circle back. We're going to redirect. Do her face, right? We'll redirect, do her face. The only thing missing right now is a little bit of warm water. So, too sweet, monsieur, mademoiselle, too sweet, mademoiselle, too sweet. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Waka waka. Are we leaving? Oh, here we go. Right this way. We're missing some hubby hoodies, so let's try. She's losing it, right? So she's trying to escape the Pandora's box, and I'm gonna try and put her back in, right? All right, let's just get that warm water going. I can hold her. Okay. How about if I just hold her while we wait for the damn warm water, right? Yeah. Hi. We'll do it that way. We'll do it that way. Hello, 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 Asma. Waka waka. Dog change. It is. Alright, water is warm. Alrighty then. Wet towel technique. Get that nice and wet. Let me start on the head. No, I'm wet meow. Thank God. Right? It's like listening to a baby crying. Yeah. Thank you so much. She's like, for what? For not I'm wet meowing. It's enough to drive you out of your freaking mind. She's like, really? Yep. And then cats usually don't stop if they have a really bad unwet meow until after they get out of the tub. So the entire breathing process is nothing but wah, 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 wah. The baby crying. Wah, wah. Oh, Salon mio, my own. But yet you subscribed to a cat grooming channel. What the hell did you think was going to happen? Can we make that make sense, people? No, not allowed. Okay. What, you thought I was just going to dump a bunch of powder on the cat, or just dump a bunch of waterless shampoo into the coat and say, there's the bath? Yeah. Do you know who does that? Untrained dog groomers with no training in cat grooming. Yeah, that's what they do, because they're not trained on how to groom cats correctly. So they improvise, and they do what they think. They do pretty much as little as possible, right? And then get that cat out of their salon as fast as possible, right? That's the MO. So about 1/4 of the services are performed on your cat. If you were a dog, you would get all of the wonderful things that normal dog clients get, you know, like the pre-cut, wash, dry, all that. You get all of it. If you're a cat, nope, you don't get any of that. But here's the problem, folks. Even though you're only getting 1/4 of the services, if you go to the wrong dog groomer, they still charge you full price for the service. That's the part that I don't understand. And I actually heard it out of the mouth of a live cat groomer about an hour ago. Why? Who's a dog groomer? Why they charge so much for cat grooming? Because they could get bit. Yeah. And for her, if she's grooming a cat, can we make this make sense? If your cat bites her, she will charge you an extra $100. Right? I'm sorry, but shouldn't you just put a cone on the head of a cat if you think it's going to bite you? Right. Okay. Or you could talk to the owner about gabapentin. Yeah. $2 capsule. Yeah. Which stops the cat from biting. When I went fear-free in 2017, all the biting stopped. 8 years. No more bites. Yeah. 8 years and no more bites, right? But yet we still have, she seems to be high up there in the pet grooming industry regarding cat grooming. She's a teacher, she's an educator. Everything she was teaching is about 10 years old. That's how behind the pet industry is, right, regarding cat grooming. It's about 10 years ago what she was teaching is what I knew, or what I was listening to 10 years ago, right? Things have changed, people. Pet industry just doesn't want to get on board with that. They just want to take it nice and slow, I guess. The least amount that you as a cat owner know about your cat's grooming, the better. Apparently is how the pet industry wants to keep it, right? Yeah. Yeah. Say, Libby, it is what it is. It is what it is, right? But here's the caveat. Every once in a while, there's going to be a groomer that comes across my page, and they're going to see, and they're going to realize, wow, here's all of the information that I needed, that I was never being taught on how to groom cats at low stress levels, right? And they're going to question. They're going to question, why wasn't it taught, right? Yeah. Yipper. That's what's going to happen to them. Because that happened to me. Yep. That happened to me. They're going to question everything. Alright, can we get your tail? She said, nah, not happening. Alright. Waka waka. I put the open chat open for as a courtesy. Not so I can be abused by it, right? It's a courtesy. I don't open it up so that you can just come in here and abuse my salon, right? Yeah. The sewage pipe, verbal raw sewage that's coming in right now, I just turned it off. Why? Because it's my page and I have full control over my content, right? Full control, not you. You got it. And rinse. You'll be out of here as soon as you get rinsed. Okay? Yeah. And then we'll put you in the dryer box where nobody's going to bother you. Yeah, for about 10 minutes. Yep. You'll get a little break. No one's going to bother you. I really thought I took care of that. I guess not. So when you study cat grooming like I do, yeah, and you have a little bit of a perspective about what's, yeah, so it's a process, right? You think getting a cat in and out of a tub real quick is going to provide all of the services that is needed to get that cat clean? No. The days of getting cats in and out quickly, people are starting to realize all that is you compensating for the fact that you don't know how to keep a cat calm. So your only technique is to get it done as fast as possible. Do you understand? Right. You have to wash the cat and then you have to rinse the cat. You don't just take the cat out without fully rinsing the cat first, right? Yeah, you can't do that, right? Now, if the cat is being a little reactive, which a lot of ragdoll cats are to the bath, find things that are going to help. Find a happy hoodie. Find the platform technique. Find the 3-2-4 pre-treatment. There are going to be so many different ways. Right? So that what? So that I can provide the same damn services that I did for my dog grooming clients that I'm now able to provide for my cat grooming clients, right? The pre-cut, the wash, the drying, the final finishing, right? All of those provided to my cat clients. Yeah. There. Here you go. Oh, you did it. You did it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. There you go. I did it. Mother. Mother. Can you see? Yeah. There. I can see now. There. Much better, right? She's like, yeah. I was blinded. You was blinding me. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. You were. I can see. You'll be fine. You can see now. You can see now. You can see now. Waka waka. Let's talk about what I just witnessed an hour ago. Let me just talk about it out loud and recap. One of the top cat grooming instructors went live teaching how to groom a cat. Everything she was saying was about 10 years ago. But in her world, it's current, right? In her world, it's current, right? I think the part that gets me the most is when they start laughing at the cat, which is a clear sign of a vet tech, because that's how they used to compensate with stress. They would laugh at everything, especially you, the cat owner. Yeah, that was their way of compensating for being overworked, underpaid, and stressed out, right? They would laugh. There's no place in cat grooming to be laughing at your cat clients. You don't think cats understand that you're laughing at them? She said never trust a cat. I say never laugh at a cat, right? That would be one of the main differences between me and them, I guess. Even though I studied under the NCGI, I wouldn't say I was a NCGIer. I would say I'm a hybrid. I'm a hybrid between Fairfried and NCGI and about 10 other organizations that I study under, okay? So I'm a hybrid, an eclectic mesh of all cat grooming teaching, right? The latest one that I'm studying under is called Kitty Cat Club UK, right? Yeah. And I'm studying them for no other reason, because I'm a student. I will always be a student. I will never stop learning. I'm studying Kitty Cat Club UK because of what? Because of their high spec handling skills and emotionally supporting their cat clients, right? And they put their cat clients through stages. Almost like a little child going to school, right? I'm fascinated by it. It's different. You'll see, even though they're all saying they're certified, you will see a lot of harsh cat grooming going on here in this country. You step outside of this country, you will see a much gentler approach in the UK towards cats, right? Every groomer is at their own stage of the game, right? And they usually move as a collective group. So the UK cat groomers move as a collective group. The Americans, the Malaysians, they're all moving at a collective group, right? And they all pretty much know the same thing in that group, right? So one of the ways to learn and progress forward is to step outside of your thought process, right? It's the highest form of learning. Step outside of your own thought process when you're gathering information, right? Meaning, don't come on this live and start judging me, right? If you are a cat groomer. Because I've been through the woods, I've been up to the top of the mountain, I've gone to the other side of the mountain, I've been through the woods. I see what's possible. I see what you cannot. So, because you cannot see what I see, you speak what you know. Back there, right? You speak about what you know from back there. And what's back there is 10 years old. Your education is 10 years old. You not saying that gabapentin works for cats and saying, it may work, it may not work. Bitch, you are misleading and misrepresenting how effective that pre-treatment is for cats. You don't even know that it helps to be a beta blocker for older senior cats, which I believe is what you were working on, right? That cat hated you at the very end of that grooming. She hated you. When you put her back into that carrier and she tried to attack you, that was all pent up aggression and stress because of you and how you groomed her. But yet you laughed and you blamed the cat. That part I don't understand. Just saying. I needed to talk about that. I needed to process it, right? Thank you very much. I don't believe it. I don't understand it. But I do understand that vet techs have a background of laughing at everything to compensate for their stress levels, right? So you coming onto a live, teaching people, you're just basically being a parrot and repeating what was told to you. That line comes from the head president of the NCGI, right? Never trust a cat. That came from her. Oh no, just never trust a bitch like her would be my advice, right? Never trust a bitch like her. And never laugh at a cat. That's all I have to say. Yeah, I thought so. That does not sound like it's on full power. Give me 1 second. Little one. Let's try that again. Better. You want a churu? Let's see if she'll take a churu from the churu window. You go. No. That's the churu window. That's not for you to escape. You can't fit through there. Hello? No, she's not interested. We'll put a happy hoodie in there. Goodbye. No, that was a churu window, not your escape hatch. There. Hopefully that'll stop her from trying. I just stuffed it with a happy hoodie. She's like, what'd you do that for? I almost had it. No. I don't think so. I don't think so. You got this. You got this. Hello. You're alright. Oh, I forgot. This is when my chat is open. Sorry. Whoopsies. I always keep the chat open during my drying process. Sorry. You can talk amongst yourselves. which is why you subscribe to a cat grooming channel, right? Yeah. Well, we'll just help you with that, okay? Obviously, you're confused. All right. Do you need a bag? She's like, wait. Okay. Pup. Pup, pup. Pup, go sit with Hazel. AKA RBF. So, Teresa, do you know what an RBF means? Resting bitch face. So apparently, a cat at resting face looks like a bitch. Is how that name came about, right? You wanting to say the cat has a scale on its face, you can go right ahead. Because that's what it looks like, right? Not everything is what it seems in cat grooming, right? And that goes both ways. All right. Girl, you're awesome. She's like, I am. Yeah. Let's get that dryer going. Here we go. Let's get that going on low. Right? So that way, while we're doing her final finishings, we're pulling out all of that dampness as well, right? The munchkin is in the house. All right, let's go check in the munchkin. Waka waka. And you can sit pretty as a princess. Yeah, she's like, I want my pillow. I want my bed. Well, maybe later. Right? Yeah. Be right back. All right. Munchkin is in the house. We've had just about enough of the open comment section. We're going to go back to the cat grooming, okay? She's like, no, I'm fine. Seriously? She did everything she could to get out of that box, and now she doesn't want to leave. You're funny, little one. You're funny. Let's get this going. Nice little warm heat. There. All right, where were we? Now what? Well, we're going to do your head. She's like, and then what? And then your legs. And then after that, you're going to go home. Waka waka. Alright, that's a little chamomile cornstarch. That'll help soothe that area that was so tightly pulling on her skin from her pelting, right? This on her. There you go. I'm going to get her on her side. And then just get this to point strategically on the areas that still need some drying, right? And while that's happening, we're going to be doing her tricky bits, and then she'll be all done. That's it. Okay. There. You got this. You got this. All right. Turn that up. Awesome. There's the weasel. You did it. You did it. Now let's check that out. You did it. Alright, there you have it. One velvet tiger cut. She normally gets the teddy bear cut, which is this blue comb attachment, right? She does the blue tiger cut, aka teddy bear cut, but she was pelted. So we have it in big red letters on our website. No, you want the teddy bear cut, but your cat is matted and packed and pelted? That would be a big fat no. Why? Because it would take probably 3 hours, right? Anything that's going to take longer than 90 minutes for a cat's grooming means there's a problem, right? And the problem is usually the groomer has no cat grooming training, right? There are other situations where it could take the full 90 minutes, right? But if a cat grooming takes a full 2 hours to do, there's something wrong, right? Something wrong with that. Something's going on that shouldn't be going on, right? Put it that way. Yeah, so this will grow into that blue tiger cut in about, oh, I don't know, 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah. All right, you did it. Say goodbye. Let's turn this back on again so you can say goodbye to this lovely Lulu. She is exceptional in her temperament. It is that natural temperament. So if you read the name of this video, it'll identify the breed of the cat, the service request, as well as what her temperament is, or whether she requires a pre-treatment by her owner, okay? So what we're doing is offering full transparency so that we can show these bitches, because 80% of them are bitches in the pet grooming industry, who are throwing me under the bus, right? So we can show these bitches and the pet industry that yes, every cat can be groomed at low stress levels. What they are teaching is almost 10 years old, right? It's almost as if when Fear-Free Pets came on board and introduced all the new techniques, teachings, and how to work with cats with high stress levels, it's almost as if they stopped progressing forward. And they're still caught in some kind of time warp back in the good old days of how cat grooming used to be done. It has advanced 10 years down the road, but they're still back 10 years ago, teaching what worked 10 years ago. That is a disservice to anyone who's wanting to learn how to groom cats and keep them at low stress levels, which is what I wanted to do when I went from being a dog groomer to a cat groomer. And my first question to one of the presidents of the cat grooming organization was, isn't there a better way, right? Do you know what the answer was? You know what the answer was? It was a redirect. It wasn't an outright answer, it was a redirect. And the redirect answer was, the biggest problem in the cat grooming industry is that anyone can start the grooming, but nobody can finish it. So the training that you are going to need will help you to get her done, right? Which is basically what was taught, how to get these cats groomed and get them done. It's called Get Her Done Cat Grooming. Very handy technique to know, especially with a first-time client who just drove 2 hours to see you. What are you going to do, send them home and say reschedule? No. If I were a 100% fear-free individual, probably I would say that, but I'm a hybrid, remember? I'm a hybrid of the NCGI with Fear-Free Pets with about 10 other people I study under, right? So I am a hybrid. I am not one of them, right? All right. Live chat is on. Nobody say goodbye to the cat, so you can go fuck yourselves, right? All right, we'll be back with a munchkin for a haircut. If I had a munchkin, I wouldn't be putting a munchkin in a haircut, but that is the service request that the owner wants. So anyway, we'll talk to you in a little bit.